All right, people in northern Arizona, just waking up, first thing in the morning, and look what we got here. Look at these skies, the X right in your face. Look at the plume, look at the wisps, the whole sky is completely covered again. Here's a picture of the northern sky. You can see the chemtrail activity already, first thing this morning. My God, we had a nice clear sky. Well, I showed you last night on last night's video how they already started to spray right after the Super Bowl. And look at the wisp. The whole sky will be covered. And look at this guy. Spraying right over top of the existing plume. Can't make him out through the plume. But let me just show you his trail. Look at that trail. Over top the existing plume. Let me back it up a bit. Look how that plume has dispersed. All the way across. Blocking the sunlight. As usual, we already know all this. The X marked the spot. The grid is being formed again today. We had one day where they sprayed the new mix. There's a trail hidden in the midst of that already plume to fill up that blue spot. The only real blue we have is in that east horizon there. But you can clearly see what they have. And it's not even 10 o'clock in the morning. Look at the whole sky covered with chemtrail plume. We already know this from future past documentations, I'm sorry. If you don't believe me, go back to the Evan Fain YouTube channel. Check out the videos. Look at that lacing back in there. They're really trying to cover up that blue. See that? And look at the plume. Oh my God, this is just absolutely sickening. And there's a guy who just laced another lacing in there. I could see him, but I could see the plume, but I couldn't see the jet. But there's the evidence of what he did. But good morning, people of northern Arizona. This is what you're waking up to, okay? Chemtrail plume. And I'm sure this is like this everywhere else. You say, oh, it's just cloud coverage. No, these are wisps of chemtrail plume. We've documented this over and over and over. And they continue to spray, and nobody wants to do a damn thing about it. There's nothing in the local paper. There's nothing in the weather forecast. They continue to lie to us about what's going on. All right, we're back around 10:30. Just look at the fin work and dispersion of this chemtrail here. Look at all that. And then, look at that. They laced another chemtrail right into that chemtrail plume. See that? And then all the way back down there. Look at the marking points down there. There's a marking point. And there's a marking point. And then the big friggin' trail underneath that one right there. As they try to continue to cover up the whole sky. Just a non-stop assault. There's another guy way up there laying another top coating. Kind of like the icing on the cake. That's why I can't focus him in. He's at a higher altitude laying a real nice top layer. See that? Wow. Let's check out the plume. It's back to the old mix to cover it up. They're going to block the sun. They're going to create the shield. Look at that. Wow. Look at all that disbursement of chemtrail. Wow. Complete disbursement of chemtrail. Unbelievable how they try to make it look like clouds. Look at this cloudoid. That's what I coined the term cloudoid, because it's not clouds. See, there's nothing to it. It's just a wisp of white chemical toxins. And as I pan over here, look at it. We got a little blue, a lot of wisps up in there, and then look at this. Look how that is dispersing right out. Oh my gosh! And all this, all plume. It's all plume, people. All plume. We're focusing back on this guy here, but what I want to show you that's important, let me back it off a little. You'll see another guy. There's another guy spraying. Look at that. See how they just crossed over? See that? Oh yeah, they just want to pollute the skies even more. Let me pan back. You can see the rails. See how they kind of put it into one? Look at the double rails. Look at the double rails. Look at the double rails. Wow. Look at that railroad tracks at double rails. Is this really necessary? Come on, look at that. Now that the Super Bowl is over, they're just going to continue the onslaught of destroying mankind. Getting back to this again, I'm going to show you what they did. They stopped spraying. See the rails? They stopped spraying. There's another rail over here. See that rail over there? Okay. They stopped spraying, and then they started to respray back down in here. See? They're just marking the sky, getting it all covered. Look back in there. There's a trail there, marking point. They crisscrossed it there, going across, and that way. And then that way. And that way. The whole sky is covered. My gosh, with these cloudoids. Wow. And my God, just not going to stop. Look at this guy up here. They're just lacing the sky. Clearly out of that back nozzle again. That nozzle attachment on the back fin. Let me show you his rail. Let me back it off. Look at his rail all the way across. All the way across. Kind of going across those two rails. I'm going to focus back on him in a bit. Wow. Alright, we're back on this guy. Just look how he is lacing this guy with that plume. Looks like a red tail, but like I said, I can't really tell. But he is just lacing the sky right over our precious blue earth. And we as a people continue to let it happen. I'm bringing it to the forefront. Look at that rail. Look at the rail. All the way across. Wow, that'll bring it back so you can see the length. All the way across. That's basically at the zenith of the sky, right on the center. Wow. It's just one right after another. Joe Clyde, AscensionPathway.com, bringing you the truth as we videotape it. You can check out the videos on Evan Fain YouTube channel. Back on those double rails again, I want to show you how that's all dispersing. See that? And I want to show you how this is all this. See how that looks? You can see how that looks? Well, it's the same thing over here. See that? So we know this is all chemtrail. Cloudoid. It'll all be black. It'll all turn black tonight. Unless it blows over, it'll turn black somewhere. We know that these are toxic chemicals and they turn black when the sun's not reflecting on them. On that one bad boy trail we just documented earlier, I'm going to show you how that is just kind of all blending in with the other trails there. Okay, see how it just disperses into one? That'll all blend in to something like that. Okay, you can see that trail went by there. That's all dispersed. It's all friggin' chemtrail. The whole sky is full of chemtrail activity. Wow. Yeah, looks like we got a red tail. I don't know. It's pretty low. But he's spraying a nice little plume. This is only a few minutes later. I just went inside, turned my computer on, walked back out, and then this guy. Adding another lacing to the mix. That kind of looks like the new mix. Alright, I'm going to show you again how that's all dispersing. Back out here. Remember I showed you that a little bit earlier, right here, where those two rails went by. Let me show you what happened to those rails. There's one back in there. Kind of left that just as a marking point. The other one there, here's a marking point. Couple of there's an X there as a marking point. Oh my gosh, look at this eastern sky. It's all cloudoid chemtrail. And then there's that bad boy up in there. Look how that dispersed. Wow. The truth of the matter is, we may never ever, as a people, see a clear sky day again. Think about that. We may never see a clear sky day again. Look how this all dispersed here. Let me back it off and then zoom it in. Look at the disbursement. Oh my gosh, that'll all be black. And if you look hard enough, you can see where that guy just sprayed through there with his trail to add to the mix as they connect the cloudoids. And then back over here where we showed you earlier. Remember that one chemtrail just a few minutes ago? There it is right there. See how it's all blending in with the other trails? Like I said, we may never ever see a clear sky day again. And it'll all be black tonight. Just when I was gonna go into the house and get on my computer, look at this guy. See, they're just gonna continue to lace the sky. I'm gonna wait till he flies overhead. I'm gonna get a good view from him. Look at that. Jeez. And then there's another guy right here. God, they're just gonna cover up our whole blue sky with this crap. Oh, let me back him off. See, the other guy coming the other way I just filmed, he's gonna cross this guy. Guaranteed. That guy's got a funny nasal attachment. He looks like one of those red, white, and blue patriots, or Uncle Sam. That's what I call him now. Can't really tell. Wow. Wow, look at the size of that rail. All the way across. See how he zoomed just over the blue. Just over the blue. Let me turn it so you can see where, unless he came out of that plume, but it looks like he didn't even turn it on there. And then, right, just watch, coming in the viewfinder. You'll see the other guy making his move. Anytime now. There he is. See that? Almost to the perfect point of that T. And it's a red bad boy. With a, wow, I'm gonna fade him out, turn him back around, bring him in. My neck's hurting a little bit. I'm gonna pause it for a second. Yep, it's a red bad boy. I knew it was only a matter of time before he'd make his presence known. See the red bad boy? Look at the plume. Wow. Back it off. Back on the red bad boy. I'll show you his length of his plume. Okay. Look at the length of that plume. And I'll show you where he marked it. Where the other guy, that's where the other guy marked. See how they did that? All the way down. Through the trees. Trust me. It's on the other side of the trees. Let me back off and show you. There you see it. Complete all the way down out of that plume back in there. I know I harp on this a lot, but I just want to show you how this is dispersing. Those are those trails, and I'm not going to show you this the rest of the day because we know what it's going to do. There's the X. Look how thick that plume is. Look at the crap that's in there. Wow. Get a good look. How they fake you into thinking those are clouds. How can you people still believe this? Oh my gosh, tell your friends to watch these videos. Or make your own videos and get them out there. Send a couple to me. I'm always interested in seeing new plumes and different formations and whatever you can come up with. There's those two rails, remember? There they are. The rest is dispersed. Marking point way back in there. See how they're doing that? And I got a plane coming in right here. I don't know if you can see him or not. I wonder how his engine's running in all this plume. Anyway, back to the formations. Just to let you know, people, this is what's happening. We're back. It's around 11 o'clock in the morning. You can see the grid work in that southern sky already built right up from horizon to that point there. Then up in here, You can see the wisp as it just blankets the sky with that fin-like formation that we documented many times. The whole sky is going to be covered with this haze. This guy, I couldn't get him in, the sun was in my eyes, but you can see the plume all the way across as it hits to the sunlight, which, like I told you, is white. See how they're trying to lace that? And then just below that, there's some dispersed chemtrail there. And then below that, another line there. You get the picture yet, people? And all this already dispersed. And then as I fan up here, I want to show you the fin work. Oh, there's that guy through there. There he is. Now I got him. I think. Let's see if I can get him. There he is. Look at him blowing through that plume. You can see there's like a shadow ahead of him. See the shadow? As if he's going over an already sprayed plume. Look at that. Isn't that something? Wow. Look at the fin work. You can see the fin work up in there. It's already finned. But wow, did you see that though? That's some wild stuff. Seconds later, coming out of that western sky, yeah, guess what? It looks like a red tail. Unsymmetrical plume. Red tails are known for that. A couple different mixes in there. He's heading right over our precious blue sky. That stuff is still blue. You can clearly see the red tail on him. Check out the unsymmetrical plume once again. See that? Unsymmetrical plume on that red tail. We showed the plume. See how it looks like it's 2? But we know it's 3. Look how long that is. Wow. Wow, wow, and more wows. But get a good look at that red tail. You can tell your friends. See the unsymmetrical plume? I'm gonna fade him out. It's covering up our sky. We'll be back to show you the damage he's done. Alright, back on that red tail. You can see the unsymmetrical plume. But we're going to document how long the plume is. And how it changes the shape on that top layer of the railroad tracks. That's what I call them. Let me back it off. You can see all wobbly. It's already dispersing into one. More evidence of the new mix. Because we know how deadly those red tails are. It's just a little after 11, close to 11:30. Just want to show you what's happening in that southern sky. You can see the plumes are so thick that it's already gray, and it's only 11:30 in the afternoon. Proof again how thick that stuff really is. There's the trail. Look at that disbursement. All turned into fin work.
Over there breathing that shit in.
Here's our daily forecast here. You can see from 11:30, and that's what we're at right now. And you can see what it says there. I don't even have to tell you. And I showed you what it's like outside. And look at that in the afternoon. See that? All sunny. Ha ha ha. And over here they show a little bit of clouds, but we know those are cloudoids. And this is the Weather Channel's forecast for today. Let me show you. Alright. Cottonwood, Arizona. This is today. Let me move over here. Today. And what does it say there? It says sunny with 0 chance of precipitation. Doesn't mention anything about clouds. Tonight, mostly clear. Tuesday, sunny. Get a good look at that. Okay, get a good look. It doesn't match up. Proof again that you people are just taking things for granted and not even checking it out.
I can't even be gone for a minute without this crap happening. Look at this. Let me focus them in. And let me show you exactly the sizes of the plume and what's flying right next to them. Okay. You back it off. Look at the size of that plume. I'm gonna back it off. Wow. And I can't even bend back that far. Wow. And then over here, got another one, side by side, as they just lace this sky with plume. And then I'm going to turn around and show you exactly how much plume. Clearly coming out of that back nozzle. They got those new nozzle attachments too, and we've been able to document that. And we'll also show you in an upcoming video how they get the plume to look like it's coming out of the jet engine. Because we all know that if you had stuff in the fuel like that, the jets wouldn't run. Try putting it in your car, see if it'll run. Alright, now we're going to go to the side here. You can see the length of that plume. Wow. Look at the size of that plume. Wow. Look at that. My God, get a good look. Look at the size of that plume. My God. Whoa. We're gonna watch it disperse right in front of us. I'm gonna be back in just a few. Look at this. Look at the disbursement already. Wow. Right, we're back on that plume that just went by. We're gonna show you how it's dispersing. Look at that. That's normal zoom. And let me zoom in on it here. Look at that. Look how thick that is. Zoom a little more, and look how low that is. This will be on us in probably about three hours or so by the time it all is said and done. We're gonna keep an eye on this plume. We're gonna keep an eye on this plume. Just to bring it to you people so you can see exactly what happens. All right, we're back on that plume. Because this is pretty important. That's why I want to stay hooked on this. This is normal zoom on my camera. Okay, it's starting to float to the southern sky. Alright, now what I'm going to do is zoom it in. You can see how low that is. You can see it's already dispersing in the fin-like work. That's what we call the fin work. As it disperses, it'll all turn fin-like. But look how thick this is. Oh boy. Oh my gosh. Please, people, go to your city council. Start complaining. Call your governor. Call your state reps. Tell them you've had enough of this, and if they're not gonna put a stop to us, then tell them you're gonna vote them out. We the people. It's not we the government, okay? It's we the people. Just look at that disbursement. Oh yeah. As I pan back down there in that southern sky. Oh jeez, you can see the grid work. This is just going to add to another layer of the grid. Is that all plans? See this blue one between there? This will all disperse. It'll all be one big grid. Wow. And I'm sure the other pilots will be able to see that. We're going to keep an eye on this. I'm going to show you exactly what happens so you guys understand. You can see the wisp already falling. Look at that. It's already falling into the wisp like fin work. So when you look up in the sky and see that, you know it's fake. As I say that, look what's coming across the sky for another layer. Jeez. Clearly coming out of the nozzle. Lacing another layer parallel to that big one that just went by. They just will not allow us to have a clear sky day. Look at the length of that trail. Look at that. All the way across our beautiful blue sky here in Arizona. Look how thick that is. That's completely right over top of me. Oh. Wow. And then as I pan down here, just to show you that other wisp, And there it is right there. Look how thick that is. Okay? And straight up, we got that one. We're going to keep an eye on both of them to show you. We'll show you. This is just seconds later. I'm going to show you the disbursement. Look at how it's all dispersing. Within seconds, this is happening. So the public doesn't even see it. They could be in there working for a couple hours, come out, and this all be dispersed. Oh, look, it's partly cloudy. And we knew the weather. We showed you the weather report. Said mostly sunny, if not all sun. Okay? How can that be? Why don't they just tell us the truth? They're going to spray the hell out of the skies with chemtrail activity. So it's going to say, well, the sun's out, but we're trying to block it. And tell us the friggin' truth. There's no need for this. I don't know about you, but I am tired of this. I would love to see a clear blue sky day. I would love to smell the flowers again. I would love to smell the chlorophyll in the grass. And I'm sure our plant life would be thrilled to death to have that too. Look at it's all breaking apart. Look at the wisp. This will all be black tonight as it falls. Somewhere. The wind might take this wisp out somewhere else. As I pan back to show you that other one. There's the other one. Look how thick that is getting now. Look how big. And again, let me pan back. It's going to add to that bottom grid back in there. Okay, that's what's happening. And again, sun is white, should be yellow. A few wisps up there. God, it just never stops. Just never stops. Alright, this is just seconds later. Look how that is dispersing. Let me pan that back here. Look at that. Wow. Get a good look. Look at the edges. You can see how people would easily be fooled, being dumbed down by the fluoride in the water, thimerosal in the vaccines, which is mercury. And when you add mercury and add aluminum particles, strontium, lithium, barium, and whatever else they're putting in here, copper, sulfur, you can imagine what that's going to do to your immune system and create havoc within your DNA and your light body, or what Christians would call it, your soul. But just look at that. We're going to keep an eye on it and just watch how big that goes. And then we're going to back it off, and I'm going to show you that other one that went by. Look at that. See how you could easily be fooled, a dumbed down public, into thinking these are clouds. Wow. And to top it all off with another layer, here we have a red bad boy. Let me get him in here for you. There he is. Clearly a red bad boy. It's going like a bat out of hell too. It's hard for me to keep him in the viewfinder. Just another lacing over top. See, head's over my roof. Shorter mix, but we know how deadly their plume is, so that's just a new mix on top of this one. Back over here. Wow. Amazing plume. Amazing. Back to the plume again. This is so important that I just got to bring in this footage of this disperser so you can see. Look how wide. Let me zoom it in. Look at that. You can tell how low it is. If I'm bringing it in like this, you can tell how low it is on my zoom. Wow, people, look at this. You getting the picture how that can turn into cloudoids? Zoom it back. Wow. Alright, we're back on that plume. It's just about covering up the sun. See the sun there? White, should be yellow. keep telling you that. People trying to forget. But just look at the size of that plume. This is the last documentation I'm doing this because there's other important things I want to show you too. But just look how wide that is. That one jet has covered up probably at least, I don't know what, but you can see how much of that sky, maybe a 50th of the circle of the sky. Oh my gosh. This will all turn black. So we know the chemtrail color is really black. The sun's reflection makes it white, and there's still some thickness right up in there. It hasn't broken apart yet. But the wind is kind of blowing it off to the west, because as I pan down here, that's what's left of that cloud. Remember that plume that I showed you? See, it all dispersed, or unless he stopped, but that's left of what's there. It all flew west. I'm sorry, east. It flew east. Get my directions mixed up here. But back on the plume here, man, isn't that absolutely incredible? The size of that plume. Wow. It's almost over the sun to block the sun. Alright, we're back one last time to show you the plume. Look how it's all dispersing, covering up the sun. Look at that. Look at the wisps falling on the bottom of that. You seeing that? It's hard for me with the sun in my eyes. I'm just kind of focusing it in. Look how nasty that is. Alright, hopefully we're done with this, but you can see the wisp as it's all breaking apart. Seconds later, here we got a red bad boy. Check him out. Streaking across the sky. Another plume. Completing the grid. Look at the plume coming out of that nozzle. Got that nozzle attachment on that back fin. He's going like a bat out of hell. Let me back him off. Again, I apologize. I can't see. I'm laying down on the ground trying to bring you this footage. But there you go. Let's show you the evidence of the new mix. See how it dissipates real fast. And we know from previous documentation is that the red bad boys have a nasty plume. Yeah, it's about time we got somebody going north and south to finish the grid work. And there we have it. He's a little bit higher, but in any event, he's still spraying the plume. There's his length. And there you can see where he marked the sky. Stopped. Laid a little bit over there. I don't know if you can see that or not. And that went on his business. Again, there's a spot there. He left a little trail just to make sure to tell the other pilots where to go. Let's see if I can find that other spot. It's pretty hard. Like I said, I'm laying down, the sun's in my eyes. But in any event, you can see the sun's still white. It's going to be white till we change things around. And I just missed this. This was in the northern sky. Look at that. This guy snuck by me and I didn't see him because I was laying down documenting those other trails. And this is what's going on behind me. Okay, another layer. They continue to spray to make our day gloomy. It could just be so beautiful here in Arizona. Once called the Valley of the Sun is now called the Valley of the Soot. Alright, we're back. Joe Clyde, AscensionPathway.com and the Evan Fane YouTube channel. We just want to confirm about the weather report, okay? They said by 2 o'clock the sky would be just all sunny, and guess what? It's all sunny as I pan all around. There you see the sun. The only thing you can really see is that grid work way in the back there. See that? In that southern sky, they got the grid built. But right now the sky is clear, just like they said, so they knew exactly what they were doing. And it wasn't clouds. Alright, 2 o'clock, we got a red bad boy. You zoom him in here. There he is. You can tell by his plume. Oh, I lost him. There he is. Tell by the plume, it's a new mix. Skies are supposed to be clear from 2 to 4. And that's why they're spraying the new mix. Wow. More documentation around 2 o'clock. We got one guy going this way. Okay, let me zoom in. Looks like a silver bullet. Tell by how it's coming out of that back tail fin nozzle. And we're gonna back him off. Gonna zoom over to this part of the sky where this guy just went the other way. See him in there? So it's a non-stop assault. That looks like a silver bullet too. Could be a red tail or a blue tail. Hard to tell. Say it's a new mix. Dissipating real fast. Check it out, a little after 3. And it looks like we got a red tail. Spraying the plume. Clearly see the red tail on them. And we know what kind of plume these guys spray. So take a look at the plume. See, it's a fast dissipating mix because they said it was going to be sunny the rest of the day. See what they're doing? See how covertly that is being done. Gonna back it off. Yeah, it's just before sunset. Actually, the sun is setting, and we got a guy right in the sky spraying. See if we can make him out. He's way out there spraying the different plume. Focus in on him. He's too far away. Anyway, he's out there. The plume is short. We know it's the new mix. This is what they've been spraying all afternoon. There's the horizon. Let me back it up. You can see the soot still in the sky. It's kind of hazy. See all that haze back there? But they had to keep to the script. They said it'd be sunny the rest of the day. So the question is, why'd they spray it all this morning? This whole day could have been beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. They didn't need to spray it all. But they said it was going to be partly cloudy. So what they did is they sprayed to make you think that they are clouds. Well, guess what? They weren't clouds. Yeah, panorama, so you can see the sky. It's all nice and blue. It's all nice and blue. Haze back in that eastern horizon, but that's, if you look up, I don't know if you can see, but it's hazy. It's funny because if you look on the news, they'll tell you, good shot of the moon here, they'll tell you that it's corporation haze so they can institute that carbon tax, which we know is all a big fraud. I mean, we're carbon beings. What are they going to do, tax us pretty soon? My gosh, what the hang is this world coming to? Good moon shot there. Looks kind of pink from the haze and the reflection of the sun. That's the same thing it does to the chemtrails. You can know there's haze up there. Anyway, Joe Clyde, AscensionPathway.com, the Evan Fain YouTube channel. Alright, there's the western sky, Mingus Mountain. In conclusion, oh my gosh, just as I was going to conclude, look what we got up in there. I don't know if you can see that or not. There he is. Just in time for the nighttime spraying. They're already starting to spray for tomorrow. There's the blinking lights. We've documented that before. There's the plume. Anyway, I'm going to focus it back to the Mingus Mountain. In conclusion for today, Joe Clyde, AscensionPathway.com and Evan Fain YouTube channel. We just wanted to document how the fake weather report, where they said it was going to be partly cloudy or somewhat cloudy in the morning, and it was, and we showed you exactly what it was. It was all fake. It was all chemtrail cloudoids. And we documented that to prove it without a shadow of a doubt now. And then the rest of the day, we showed the red tails, the red bad boys spraying the new mix so it didn't cloud up. So there you have it. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night.